Hey folks, I got out today and actually got a chance to play with the new, yeah, they're expensive, I get it. The total cost on this in the kit is $17.99 with the Pro remote, the Pro RC remote. But this is the Air 2S. I'm here to tell you I couldn't be happier. To know, and if you want to get into an Air, you'll probably get the same performance. I'm just super picky about my pictures because I've been doing a lot of video production, and I also want the video qualities to be top notch. And I know from my test videos today, these are. This is just amazing. Um, my first experience was a Contexo F22. This little company right there. And I'm not gonna lie to you. Don't do it. If you see that brand at Walmart on a sale price, avoid it. All those Contexo copters have not been produced in 3 years. They're not current. They're not up to date. They don't use the modern technology, and they only use one type of GPS detection. They don't use GLONASS, and they don't have AccuSync like with these systems. So the point is, with a drone, you get what you pay for. This though is something that runs. And when my son had his, I think it was a Spark, it may have been another brand, but he spent a lot of money on that, and it was smaller than this. But I think it was a Spark. I've seen the Spark again, and yeah, I'm pretty sure he had the Spark. But it flew away and got lost. And that was a bad experience. My son won't even look at him anymore. He says he will, but he doesn't have any time. But, you know, it was something that a bad experience really ruined it. I highly doubt ever gets back to droning because he saw $1,000 coast down in the middle of nowhere and it's gone. Never came back. So, I had some trepidations about this because it's a lot of money, and I've seriously been watching it on the dresser top, saying, "Do I really want to go pop this thing off, or should I just box it up and get it back now?" Because I had talked to my reseller, and they told me if I never flew it, they would give me full credit. And I'm sorry, I flew it because I had second thoughts, you know. And wouldn't you? You know, if you lay out $1,800 and all that and wait X amount of time. The way that mine worked was also a difficult process because I bought the craft with the original, and then I ordered the RC Pro separately. So what happens there is I initially paid $2,400, but because they built me and are financing me for the combo that does include the Pro RC control, they did drop it to the $17.99 DJI recommended special. So my camera shop was very good about that, and I do appreciate that savings. But I'm really glad I invested in this Air 2S. This thing flies amazing. It is so easy to control. In cine mode, because I'm a new flyer, I need it slow and retarded. Take it easy. I was able to turn those controls down to where I creep along at 3 feet a minute. That's all I want for now. I'm getting used to the aspects of it, and I'm actually quite a good three-dimensional thinker when it comes to things. I aced that air traffic controllers test when I was in my 20s. And I'm familiar. I've been to ground school. I know aviation. But it's just something that I want to go ahead and make sure that I get done right. And I'm working on the 107 certs today. I did have to test the craft out, and I know that I'm going to be registering tonight. But I just didn't want to register this until I knew it would fly. So I did a test and took some sample videos on it, make sure everything's functional. And I reported to my reseller that this is, and I am very pleased with this. I'm also very pleased that I got with this, and I mentioned it a couple times in this video, and I've seen it, you know, in my other releases. But I also ordered and received this. This controller is amazing. It's so bright. One of the problems that I had with the cheap Contexo was I had to use my cell phones to control the craft. And it was not an Apple generation or Samsung generation, and I won't lie, they're quite, you know, the Moto E's very bright phone actually, and they do have the adaptive screen, and it does get bright, but it's so small. I have a very small cell phone, and when you reduce that aspect, you really take your view of the controls away. If you're going to use a cheaper craft, I'd go with a Hudson or Hudson or the Fimi or even a Parrot, or, you know, the Antifi Parrot, I think it's called. Those are all well under $1,000. And then even within the DJI line, they're selling the Fly More kit for the Air 2 without the mega camera. And that's got the 48 megapixel camera, but it's every bit as capable and actually flies longer than this craft. It's got 3 more minutes of flight time. So for that, you're getting a heck of a craft, especially if you're starting out. But I'm here to tell you, from what my son experienced 4 years ago compared to what I experience today, this is a miracle. I tried flying the Spark. It was a nightmare. I almost wrecked it into a tree, and I gave the controls back to my son. I said, I can't touch that. Just knowing it was that kind of cost, and it was, I'm sorry, I found the Spark to be wild and difficult. But, and you know, it was older tech. And, but he, I just hope that he gets a chance to try these. And if you are on the fence about getting a DJI, either the Mini, I would recommend any of their products, because you can just tell that they are putting the quality and the engineering into this, and the software is amazing, especially with this Pro Remote. That is, wow. I can't go on enough about how much I enjoyed this. I was able to set the copter down, start it up. I didn't have to do some funky chicken dance, turning circles and spinning my head around. The craft fired up, you know, because I went through all the setups and all the processes. The craft did its job and took to the air. Now, I can't get the auto takeoff button to work quite well, but I'm sure if I go through the options, I'll find where that's been turned off. I think I might have hit it accidentally out when I was looking over the settings last night. It is very much a computer. So treat it as such and explore its settings. That's exactly what I do in Windows. But again, you go outside, set out on my board, set down the craft, power it up, power up my power RC, they connect within 5 seconds. Whatever it takes. And once you get the positive little cheer sign from the machine and it's flashing green, I couldn't get it to take off with the H button or the you know, the auto takeoff button, either that or, and even on the software, because you can do it 2 ways. So I got to work on that and find out how. But again, like I said, that's an option that I'm pretty sure I hit. And then I had it set to where I turned off the sideways navigation, or the sideways, yeah, it won't fly sideways. There's an option for that. And that helps if you're going to be doing like follow me's and you need that craft to follow something directly, because then it won't want to veer to the side, and it limits you from doing master shots and all sorts of stuff. I haven't even broken into those. The film quality that I'm getting from this, just from manual flight, is stunning. So I can't be happier for the money that I've got into this, and I'm on payments. I will be paying ahead on this to avoid the interest, because I need to get another one. I'm not lying. I kind of want the Mavic 3. I wouldn't mind a Phantom 4. Just the world of possibilities that I can incorporate and gather footage on, because I'm in such a unique area that is not parkland. I'm really going to be able to mine out a great deal of contact for travel videos and some stunning and spectacular scenery that we have around here. This really is one of the most unique areas of the country that I've ever been to, and it doesn't come at the cost, the expense, or the inconvenience of the Grand Canyon, but we get all the scenery and color. That's all I got for today. I'm super excited about it. I had a great time. It was so nice to be able to go spend a lot of money, go through the training, get everything done, and do your firmware updates, make sure everything's ready. You even have to update the battery on this beast. But once you're set and you go outside, it's just so nice to be able to click, 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 and I'm in the air. And it does everything that it should do. And a 35-mile-an-hour gust came up the valley, and she just dipped on down and hung right in there. And I got to be able to annoy the heck out of the bus garage employee that showed up on Sunday trying to mac on his hours. So this is perfect. And it gives me such stunning views of that project. Just for that nonprofit project alone, this is priceless, because I can finally catch the children in the motor pool that hide in front of the bus. They do daycare there, and I'm going to catch it next week, I promise. And this will be a very valuable tool for that. It's noisy, but they won't know what hit them. Anyway, we're going to go from there, and I've got some videos to cut out tonight and some pictures to assemble, and I've got some exciting work to do. I haven't been able to get out to ride. I've been a little depressed. And then I had a stomach issue today, and I'm pretty sure it was food related at this point, but I got pretty sick this morning, and because of my history with stomach issues and things like that, it just always puts me in a negative cycle. It took me a little bit to get out of the funk, but I made myself go out and fly today, and boy am I glad I did, because now I'm going to be just ripping through 107 training, because I'm not going to fly again until it's done. Not unless I get a 249 and fly that, but this will be parked until it's done, and I can actually start making, you know, presentable material that can be used on my commercial sites. My non-commercial site or page is for the Natarita Bus Garage. It is non-profit only. That site is only for collecting evidence for an illegal bus parking yard that they have in a residential area right behind my house. And they regularly back the diesel buses up and idle them for, when I first started recording and catching the incidents, they were idling as long as an hour and a half a session. And that's against the Colorado puffing laws. Anyway, that's all I got for today, and I got digressed. I'm just super excited because it was just really nice to have a plan come together when there was a lot of money on the line, and it's been a worry. Am I making a mistake? Was this wrong? Is this not what I want to do? And now I just need to get the confidence to practice and skill at it, and I'm going to have a very marketable skill. And having that commercial license will also give me job opportunities to work in my retirement. So this year I come off of my 3-year hiatus from the student loan repayment thing. But after that's complete, I'm going back to the market. And if I can do something like this, this is a blast. I had such a fun time today. So I come from a long line of pilots, and it was really nice to get into the FPV view on the remote and just fly. So I really had fun. Again, I ran long. I'm sorry I'm being a geek, but thanks for watching. And I look forward to producing more of these videos. Got to get my training first, then I got to post the fee, then I got to go take the test. So I'm not that worried about it. I'll get it done. Have a great day. Peace.